Top of the morning, 8:20 a.m. We out here in about 50 degrees, 49 to be exact. Change of scenery. Home in D.C. But you know, part of the 75 hard challenge talks about conditions change, but you remain the same. So if it was raining, if it was snowing, if it was whatever the case is, I would still have to get out here. And you know, that workout, rule that we going by, part of 75, you know, it kind of goes into other areas of your life where conditions gonna change, but you still got to show up. I'm feeling good today. Had a great interview yesterday. Got a great interview lined up today. We got some lined up this weekend. So, you know, a lot of things on my mind, a lot of thoughts. But this morning as I'm out here at the park I grew up in, neighborhood I grew up in, place I made friends, lost some friends to the streets, just really became a man down here in Gateway Northeast. Like, this is where it all started, and this is where it's all going to end, regardless if I'm here or not. This is home, but, you know, as I'm on my walk, working out, I'm just thinking about the importance of believing in yourself. You know, on this podcast, any means, we talk about hustle plus faith equals success. We talk about dreaming by any means and achieving your goals. And I talk a lot about my network and the people and the support system that I'm grateful to have. But, you know, outside of that network and the support system and, you know, the favor of God and amongst other things, it really starts within yourself. You know, I believe in myself. Been times where I didn't always believe in myself. And there may be times where still you sometimes get faced with that when you don't believe in yourself. But deep down inside, the foundation, I believe in myself. If I want something, I'm going to go get it. If I think I could obtain something, I'm going to find every way to try to get to it. And I say that today as I got a big interview. And I say big interview as far as being here in the city with one of the owners of Ben's Chili Bowl. Those who from D.C., I'm not even from D.C., just know D.C., that's been a staple here in the community for years and years and years. So I'm excited to sit down and talk to them about, you know, their journey and their any means moment and all those different type of things. But I put that example out there to get is because sometimes people say, you know, how did you get something, or how did you get this, or how did you get that? And it simply just was a reach out, you know, reaching out to somebody, sending an email, connecting with them on LinkedIn, or connecting the dots between one person and the other. And I think I talked about this, I know I talked about this on a couple of morning walks before this, is that you got to remove your pride, man. You want to get something done, you want to win, you believe in yourself, you got to put everything into it and go get it. You can't worry about what the world thinks. You can't worry about what people think. And then more importantly, just simple, but you can't be afraid of no. If I need something, if I want something, I'm going to ask somebody. I'm going to ask somebody for it. They're going to say yes or no. And in the midst of me asking for it, I'm knowing with all confidence that you ain't just helping me. You say, yes, I'm helping you too. Because I'm confident in my person and who I am. I'm confident in how I show up. I'm confident in the energy that I dish out to anybody I meet in any type of environment, right? So, you know, believing in yourself is key because you can't just have everybody else around you gassing you up, pushing you in. Oh, I believe me because of them. Nah, it starts with you. You know, so you got to have them prep talks with yourself. You got to look yourself in the mirror. I just interviewed my big homie Silas Grant last night, and he was talking about the importance of manifesting. You know, he was like, you know, this is not the type of person I used to be where I'm talking in the mirror and I'm saying what's going to happen. But it's true. The power of that tongue, words, everything is like extremely powerful, right? Extremely powerful. I give you an example, right? I had a time where I was, when I was looking for internships, and I shared this story a little bit before, but just more so like how I got it. I had the opportunity to intern with Rolls-Royce North America out of West Virginia, summer 2018. Great opportunity, something I will always cherish. And people were just so amazed, like, yo, how did you get an internship with Rolls-Royce? How did you find out about Rolls-Royce? And I simply Googled one day at Towson. I was at my graduate assistantship, and I Googled top HR internships 2018. And, you know, it was Amazon, Google, Rolls-Royce, all these different places. So I applied to mostly all of them, right? So let me go and apply, put my name in the hat, boom. But I ain't stopped there. I believed in myself. I believed in how I know I could show up. I believed in my networking skills. I believed in my relationship building skills. I went to LinkedIn. Let me see who on Rolls-Royce some HRs on here. Let me send them a request. Let me ask them if we can have some one-on-one time. Let me ask them if they can tell me more about the internship. You see what I'm saying? I'm connecting those dots, right? So the interview process for Rolls-Royce was definitely the most rigorous interview I've went through. You did some stuff online. They flew you out to Indianapolis. Come out there, you had to do like a case study, to solve a problem for some things, right? I went above and beyond, right? Shout out to JR the kid, those who went to Dell State. I got JR to make me a nice, fancy brochure, showing my resume, showing my community skills, some of my favorite quotes, all those different type of things. They said get creative. Then I had to answer these 2 questions and come up with some solutions, create a PowerPoint presentation, and I had to go through like 4 rounds of interviews while I was there, right? So nailed it so hard that once I left the last room, and energy is big. When you're doing something, you're killing it. Like I felt the energy, and I'm a people person. So as I'm doing the presentation, I'm seeing their faces, I'm feeling the energy. I'm like, yeah, you doing this, but when I left out, I'm downstairs waiting for my lift. And one of the head of HRs, he come running down the escalator, because they're like, cool, thank you for interviewing. We'll be in touch for the next 2 weeks. And he came down, he just told me, he said, look, man, we're going to make you an offer. He was like, man, that was really great. He's like, we don't want to lose you. He was like, but this ain't the official offer yet. He's like, I'm telling you, we're going to make you an offer. And, I hopped in my Uber, man, just smiling and happy and, legit proud of myself. As I'm saying right now, what I started this podcast off with, I'm in Northeast D.C. Unfortunately, a lot of my friends, they didn't even make it out of high school, or they didn't even get to go to college. So, being a young man, I was, 27, 28 then, coming from Northeast and working with one of the largest companies in the world, getting that global exposure, living out VA, Reston, VA, actually it was technically in Herndon, but the office was in Reston, with some of the wealthiest people in this country reside at, man. That did something for me. It did something to my confidence. It did something to my awareness. And it let me know that, bro, you could do whatever you want to do. I believed in myself. I say this all the time, even working HR now, where we trying to push these D&I strategies and all this type of stuff. I say it all the time, man, you got to look at the foundation. Like for me, I didn't have a corporate mom, a corporate dad. By the grace of God, I had an uncle who had and has corporate experience that I was able to tap into here and there. But it wasn't nothing just growing up where like this was a makeup in my household or makeup in my community. Like I said, a lot of people took the alternative routes. A lot of people unfortunately got killed. A lot of people got sent to jail for 20, 30, 40 years, life sentences. So, for me, that stuff sometimes can have survivor's remorse. That stuff sometimes can have you say, why me? But for me, it's my motivation. People who listen and follow me know me. When you find your pain, you find your purpose. That was a quote I heard my freshman year at Delaware State by S. Renee Smith. And I ran with that. Everything that I experienced growing up in this neighborhood I'm walking right now, thinking about my best friend that got killed, thinking about all these different things and the way I thought life was going to pan out for me and my boys, I use that as a motivation to keep going. And, it sometimes still bothers me when I'm in these corporate spaces, in these rooms, I'm the only black man maybe on the call. I'm the only black man in this room. I'm the only black man a part of this, team, whatever. I'm grateful now for the team I'm on now. There's some color folks up on there, you know what I mean? But for real, all of this stuff of believing in yourself and having confidence, and this just relates to the episode I did on Valentine's Day, talking about self-love. You got to really, really, really be into yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to push yourself. It get dark, it get lonely, all those type of things, but find out what's your foundation and find out what can allow you to continue to grow, continue to show up, and continue to walk through doors that they never wanted to open up for. So that's my spiel for the morning. It's a good Thursday, President's Day weekend coming up. My birthday coming up next Tuesday, February 21st. Any means holiday. Y'all want to send me a gift, man, send me something. I ain't going to drop no cash out, man. Send me a gift. Send me some workout stuff, podcast, whatever. Nah, all I need y'all to do is listen, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on the gram, leave a comment on here, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Amazon Music, whatever you listen to. But all I want y'all to get from today is that you got to believe in yourself. And like I always say, hustle plus faith equals success. I'm going to catch y'all on the next walk. Thank you for tuning into Dreams by Any Means Motivation Station, where hustle plus faith equals success. Stay tuned for the next episode.